Welcome one and all to the broadcast. I am McDowell, your baffled time-traveling host, and today I am trying to do both Twitch and YouTube. Oh, speaking of which, how do I mute this for on reality? One moment. That should be muted so that they're not hearing my voice twice, because there's a bit too much of a delay to do it without that. Probably. I also have to turn the volume back up and have the reality and mute myself on reality. That would be the other solution. Well, that's when people actually come into my reality chat. But anyway, yeah, you get my my regular model, because I'm currently also streaming my backup model, the PNG Grape, because I am currently also streaming on my phone. Doing an art project. It's been a while since I've looked at this one. Oh, I see. That's line work. Ah, I see. Should I make this a different color? Yeah, we'll just call it dress the color. Can I put a question mark in the layer name? I can. Why is my... Oh, it's an airbrush. I see. Well, I don't know if I'm going to make that also black or silver or what. So we're going... We're going to start out by making it also black. Because black in very loose terms. Where's the sketch? There we go. Remove the sketch for a moment so that we can just... Oh, see. Oh, the shoulder. Oh, and there's our sampling. It's been a while since I've used paint tools. Where? Oh, not all there. All image. There we go. First. I do need that. Okay. All image. Oh, what? Why? Why did it... What? Huh? That should not... How is that not counting as part of the image? Huh? What? Transparency difference? That, no. Color difference, perhaps. There we go. Okay. Made it work. That was weird. Anyway, back to brush. Let's make it bigger. Make it a good bit bigger. I guess... Yeah, we don't need to worry too much about this, because that will be another layer that goes over this one. You have to be mindful about the skin there. Must be a little careful. Let's go back down to 3. There we are. Excellent. So I realise I don't have any good reason not to have my headphones on. Oh, speaking of which, sound. If I want sound, then playing music. An important note, panel on the Twitch and YouTube side. Well, you cannot see the chat. There we go. On reality, they can technically see you. It's a little small, so they might not be able to read it. If I decide that I want to have these sorts of streams, then I will probably make a different layout for this one. Let's see. Not sure why I left out those little ones. There must be, yep, there's another sketch visible. That's why. Oh well. I rather wish I'd made the line work thicker. This one, it would make the colouring easier. But whatever, that's fine. It's a little difficult with the skirt. Oh, the skirt's above. Hello there, Damon. Yes, I am indeed a grape for today. I am currently streaming to 3 different platforms, and one of those platforms I'm actually streaming using my phone. It was the Reality app. So I cannot then use my phone to also, you know, manage my model. So you get a grape. Anyway, how are you doing? It has been much too long since I've worked on this one. DJ asked me to make this months ago, I think. But it is one of the more complex projects I've taken on. I'm not actually very good at drawing people. Store to open so I can grab rent and snacks. You get rent from your store? The snacks make sense though. Snacks are good. Oh, ATM. Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. Yeah, the convenience store near where I live is open 24/7 as far as I've been able to tell. I haven't tried going there at like 4 AM because I try not to leave the house at that hour. But I've never tried to go there and found it to be closed, which is quite convenient. Yeah, how have your streams been going? I should probably bring that sketch back. Did I ever finish the other arm, I wonder? Why? I feel like that line accidentally ended up on a different layer. Oh well. 7-Eleven is... wow, that's trip of the walk. Ah, yeah. I'd probably opt for waiting as well. I don't much like going on walks, especially at odd hours. Makes me nervous. Do you not pass out on days off? Yeah, having energy to stream is important. Not a great activity for when you're exhausted. I did try to stream once on very, very little sleep, and Saron literally was like, nah, go to bed. I was just instructed to sleep, which, getting that message from a middle schooler is a little sobering. Okay, do I not have... Okay, I do have this, but it does not have another line. Okay, dress, we need the dress. Then... Oh, that's from a different project. Don't need to worry about it now. Okay, and let us actually connect these in some way. There we go. Wait a second, back on, why is it? There, that's down here. There we go. A few weeks ago, I left my house at 5 AM to go to the ATM and heard gunshots in the distance. I realised my mom didn't need the rent that badly. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think rent can wait a little bit. Oh, I'm using the wrong colour. I'm using the slightly darker black. Oops. I don't like that line. Let's try this again. No, I don't want to change the name of it, I just want to, edit these lines. No, a little more like that. Hello. Work a little better. Yeah, no, luckily we don't really hear gunshots where we're at, though I do often hear emergency vehicles passing by, which is also a little disconcerting, but not as bad. Yeah, that should be fine. Get a little thinner though. I really should have figured this out before I started doing the colour. Oh, now this is making it difficult to actually see what's going on. Oops. Yeah, well, it's fine. Oh well. But yeah, I don't do art streams terribly often anymore, but I did want to get a bit of that done, and also I wanted to see how streaming to all 3 platforms goes. Oh, that's a different one. That's the what's the other? Forward up. Okay. I don't think I'll do it terribly often, even if it works well. But if it does, I could do a little bit more. A few more streams per week on Twitch and YouTube. Like, maybe once or twice a week do it. We'll see. Depending on how today goes, and I'll probably do another experiment later. Happy with how that, turned out. But I also need to stop messing with the line work and just finish this. But where is that? That's the back arm. Okay, so first of all, the wrist needs to be like there. For some reason, in Spanish, random fact, in Spanish, for whatever reason, doll and wrist are the same word. I've genuinely no clue as to why. What Why would these be the same? Yeah, they're both muñeca, which is... I don't know, those don't feel like words that should be related. And, like, don't get me wrong, English does things like that too. That's just one of the ones that occurs to me as I'm doing this and trying to reposition a wrist. I don't want it to be too terribly sharp of a turn, though. Something like that? No, it's a little better than not quite what I'd like, but it's better, and we will content ourselves with that. Okay, great. For the, neck, I suppose the neck should include this portion of the chest as well. Probably? Yeah, it's low enough down in the layers. Let's use a larger brush since this doesn't really matter much. There we go. I think, well, because I haven't decided if this front will actually be black. Oh, hello there, Lena Pop. Welcome in. For context, I'm currently streaming on Twitch and YouTube as well as it. Yeah, I don't know if I want to make the front black as I have it. Switch it to silver. I really only plan to have 3 colours going on, but then that turned out nice. I suppose I could just make it white. White is a colour that I could use. But I feel like if I added white, I'd need more detail. Because I don't want this larger patch of white. Oh, thank you for liking, Lena. How's the data rating you? Let's experiment with that first before I do anything more. Where is... There we go. Flipping group. So if I made it the same grey, how would that look? I do not like that. So black is better than the silver. What if we made it pure white? I would make it this bright white. That could work. Looks so similar to the skin, though. We could technically make it purple. That's what's 3 souls working there. I don't think this will work well. I think this will be, yeah, far too bright. What if we made it like a very... Let's put that there. Okay. Let's make a very... Actually... Something like that, but... Let's see. How does this look? That looks pink. Let's get it a little grey. That is still looking like pink. I want like a Oh, I might need to make it a little more blue. That might be the issue. Oops. Dang it, I had the perfect colour for just a moment. And then I tool dropped it away. Brush. Then something like that would be an option. We can make it very pale. Probably make it better there as well. Makes it tip right. A little darker there, a little lighter there. And then it looks very desaturated. Almost silvery. That would be an option, but I feel like darker might be a better move. Let's see. Probably less saturated. Let's go ahead and erase that. That could be an option. Then we've got a couple of colours. We could even make the skirt, the inside, be a different colour. Like, let's see, what's the skirt? Oh, the skirt's above, right. So, for example, we could make it like purple on the inside there. I suppose I could do that more easily. Okay. Colour difference. There we go. There, something of that sort, perhaps? I don't know if this is quite the perfect colour for this. Let's experiment here for a moment. So here we have an option. Let's try something a bit darker. Much larger brush. Not a bad option. How about a bit lighter, but a bit more saturated? No, not that. Significantly less saturated, so not terribly formed. That's very, very subtly purple. Let's make a little more. Oh, let's erase that. Try it darker. The darker we go, the more we can desaturate it without having an issue. That's a little too desaturated there, I think. Let's try that. Okay, so there's that option. These are all very similar. Let's try something significantly. That is too saturated. Oh. Nope. About 38. Okay, that's notably more saturated, but at least workable. Let us try a little less saturated. A cross between the different ones. Because let's see, so that's 32. This is also 32, but it's lighter. That's something 22, that's 39. I think what I'm going to do is make several versions that I can just flip between them. this is one of the conveniences of digital art. Now that was a fairly subtle colour difference. Wait. Accidentally make another one. I don't know. I guess that can be used for this one. Oh, you can't even see that. Okay, so we have A, B, C, D, and E. So there's A, B, C, D, E. Wait, yeah. Well, of these, I think my least favourite is that one. So now we have A, B, C, D. Although, wait. Yeah. I think my least favourite was that one, though. So A. That one's very desaturated. I think we'll take out the super desaturated one, so between these two, I do prefer the dark one. So there we go, we have a winner. I've no idea what colour that is. Oh, that's the correct location. Yes, we'll actually just go into perfect. I'm going to say dress purple. And then the skirt. Not that up. So this is a little complex because technically what I want to do is I want to erase that. But we're still going to do it like that to begin with. Hold up, is that? That's it. No. Okay, there isn't a erase. Creator has one where you can use one layer to erase a second layer, which is quite neat, frankly. Oh, right. Let's make this no longer a big layer. I am. Let's see, how does it work? Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Well. I guess that will have to be all image. Wait. Yeah. Oh, right, because it needs to be color difference. Pardon? Oh, color difference was too allowing. Oh, right. I forget that the delete button doesn't actually work to delete things in Paint Tool Sci for whatever reason. But Control X still works, so, you know. Eraser. A much smaller eraser, please. Yeah. It's not often that I find myself erasing out chunks that I've already done. Yeah, I suppose like that. There we go. Perfect. 30-minute string, not bad. Well, this is not what I thought I would be doing on this image, but I think I'll be happy with the results. Hopefully Bella will also be happy with the results. I doubt it. But if she's not happy with the results, then that means that DJ will be. Of course, maybe I should be striving a little less for perfect and a little more for done, but it's fine. Just got paid an entire cake for this, is all. For those on Twitch and YouTube, a cake is... I was not paid in a literal cake. Reality has gifts on the platform that people can send you, and the largest one is a tower cake. And so these are used, I guess they work like the gifts on TikTok. I'm not terribly familiar with TikTok, but I figure that's something that other people are probably familiar with. Yeah, they can get the gifts either with free points, well, free coins, they took away the point system technically. They can get by watching ads or by paying for them. It would take a very long time to get a cake with the daily points. Because you can only get 60 coins from watching ads. You can also get a few more from doing the daily quests, which are mostly like, go watch some VTubers. There we are. Yeah, so, if you were really diligent, you could probably get, you know, get 80 coins, certainly, per day. But it's 10,000, so... Even assuming, let's assume you got an average of 100 free coins per day, it would still take you, what's that, 100 days to get a cake? Which, to be fair, means that if you were determined, you could give out 3 of those in a year, which would be impressive. Why is that so? Oh, why? That's why. I figured it out. It's fine. Oh, I'm missing. That was an unnecessarily large brush. There we go. Had some missing pieces. I mean, they weren't entirely missing, just some slightly transparent pixels. There we go. Oops. There we are. Right. We are more than halfway done with erasing the work that I did previously, but that's fine. It's okay. Besides, this will make shading easier. Plus, the idea of having, like, a differently coloured underside for a skirt like this, I think is really neat. Like, they would be very pretty with that. Yeah. There we are. You know, maybe this is why I don't do so many art streams. I'm not terribly engaging when I'm focusing in on the art. Oh well. That's okay. We can save them for occasional things. See, because normally when I'm doing art, I am listening to something else, usually music, sometimes a streamer or video, like on topics, but not usually, you know, trying to talk to someone else. Okay, there we go. Now we can bring back this, set it under, and brush. Let's make that a bit bigger. Frankly, bigger for doing the portions that aren't too close. And now the small ones. Need to get down far enough that it darkens the line work. There we are. Yeah, I think this will end up looking quite good. I realise now this should probably not extend out quite so much. Oh well. Oh well. And there's so much I can do. Especially at this point in the drawing process. I've learned a lot from doing this drawing, and that is what matters. That and allowing DJ to use it to annoy Bella. It is nice getting back to my usual style of drawing, though. Even though I don't draw people a whole lot. Like, don't get me wrong, I liked the experiment that I did for the anniversary. I'll definitely try some things in that vein again. It's nice to go back to something that's more familiar. So, underside. Instead of just layer 14 or whatever it said. I keep finding more stray, semi-transparent pixels. Anyway. I see. There we go. Hello there, Alucard. Welcome in. I am doing an experiment. I'm currently streaming to Twitch and YouTube, and actually letting them hear me this time. Hello, hello. Yeah, I don't expect I'll do this terribly often, but I figured I should try it out so that if I ever want to in the future, I have the option. Oh, thank you so much for the water. A great reminder to hydrate. Thank you for the mom stickers as well. How about you, Alucard? Have you been hydrating? You're sick? Oh, that's not good. Well, double hydration then for you. Hello there, Sai. Welcome in. How are you doing? There we go. Almost. Just a few imperfections. I'd say Bella's coming along nice there, wouldn't you? I think I'll make that... Well, no, that should be a black rose, I think. And if that's to be a black rose, then that, the grey ought to be silver, I think. Yeah, originally I made that because I wanted to have something in case my regular model gave out, and people are constantly calling me a grape on all three platforms. All three platforms, so I was like, fine, it will be a grape. And then I tried to gaslight Bella into believing that she hadn't seen it. So, where's mouth, face? It's under the face. It's, wait, what's the neck? Oh, over there. Okay, whatever, it needs to be above the dress, though. Dress, oh, filigree. There we are. Perfect. Oh, thank you for liking. That's it, filigree. I don't know, do I want it to be silver, or do I want to do it the brighter purple? Because I could do the brighter purple. That might look better. I mean, if you're sick, do try to get as much sleep as possible. There we go. We'll try this. Oh, thank you for following, sire. Much appreciated. Tell me, how's the day treating you? There we go. Yeah, I think this will work. Maybe give it, either a lace look, I might do that, or I might... Let's see, what is this? Is that going over that won't work? Oh, yeah, it is. Let's put it there. Perfect. I might put, like, little pearls in the center of each of these. Good. Gouda cats? What are Gouda cats? The cats sounds great. I want to be surrounded by cats. I got to be recently, though, last week, a week before, I went to, a cat cafe, and I got to be surrounded by kittens. It was amazing. 10 out of 10 experience. I was amazed at how cheap it was. Like, is that like, I forget exactly how much, like, I don't know, $15? Thereabouts? It's like fantastic price to go and, you know, visit with a bunch of cats. To Machine Cafe. Why to expand cats since it allowed pets? Oh, that's incredible. I don't know that I've ever been to a restaurant that just allows pets, but I would love that. Someday. Oh. I see. Well, that's inconvenient. How do I make a new one again? No, not that. Translate. Pointed random line. Oh my goodness, it has been way too long since I've used Paint Tool Sci. I've forgotten how to use it. Okay, there we are. Perfect. Finished. Oh, Mortar. Ah. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. This is, of a dear friend of mine, Bella. It was commissioned by another friend of mine, DJ. He wanted to annoy her by having me draw her in a ballerina outfit. Well, tutu specifically. Which is apparently far too girly for her. There we are. Yeah, why? I don't know. I feel like these are the wrong color. I feel like they're... Yep, I was right. They were not fully black. Okay, those... No, those are not. But that should... Wait. That looks a lot better now. This is Paint Tool Sci. It is kind of a less used art program, but it has a lot of really neat features. My favorite being these. These are line work layers, and they work a lot better than the line work that I've seen in other programs. So that's more or less how they function. So, like, for example, you know, you can see a little bit of change when I let go. It kind of adjusts. But a lot less so than when I'm using Krita. However, unlike Krita, it's not free, so, you know, pros and cons. It also doesn't have anything for animation, unlike Krita, but to be fair, I couldn't figure out Krita's animation stuff. It confused me. There we are. Yeah, it does have a lot of really good tools to it. Also, let's see, is this one with the good filters? No, this one has very basic filters. But I do like the way that the color shifting, like these adjustments, they work a lot better than in Krita. It has a lot more options than Paint.net, that's for sure. I like Paint.net, but it's very simple. You drew your PP with your fingers? Dang. That's amazing. Yeah, I always use a drawing tablet, so I can't even imagine trying to do that with, like, that level. There we go. That is very impressive. I don't think I could. That can go under there because the rose is going to cover all that. we can have a black rose and it will stand out very nicely. And of course by black I don't mean actual black, I mean mostly black. Oh, I see. I mean mostly black because I do want the option for shading. I don't know if I'll end up doing shading, but I want the option. So the rose will be up here. Da-da. Oh, it's dress rose because there's more than one rose. Da. Took 1 or 2 hours. Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of complexity in that. That is also done in the wrong colour. Oh boy, these are kind of hard to make out from each other. Well, I hope I've gotten all of them. I guess I'll find out if any of the lines kind of disappear. I feel like... Yep, I was correct. That one's fine, that one's fine. Okay. Okay, back to my rose. I'm going to need to darken some of these as well. Or, not darken, thicken some of these lines so that you can actually distinguish some of the details of the rose. You know, for this rose for me having drawn this rose before I did my little... Oh, is that a part of the rose? Okay. My little side quest while I drew like 50 roses, which technically I'm not quite done with. This is not bad. No. And I feel like that one is the wrong colour. Yeah, I was correct. Okay, perfect. Wait. Yeah, that works just fine. I did indeed enjoy the company. Thank you so much for stopping by, Si. You know, I realise now it's kind of ironic. Si, spelled exactly like that, is the painting program that I'm using. I didn't even make that connection. Take care. You too. You too. Remember to stay hydrated. Well, I suppose, should the checkin be the same colour as this front part of the dress? I think so. What? Okay, yeah, that is part of that. Which will make this like that. Nice and simple. Also, the ads are going to start for Twitch soon. This will open up Hangman for everyone on Twitch and YouTube. However, I will not be taking an intermission because this is only a 2-hour stream, and also it's kind of hard to take an intermission on reality. Which is probably the reason that I do 2-hour streams on here. Okay, and then, so is this just a part of the dress? Yes. We are going to switch. Oh, hold up a second. Look at that hair. I don't know whether this is hair. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay, but back to the dress. Skirt. Skirt is above the dress. So we're going to change these to be lighter colours. Like, I like that I want them to be lighter colours, but I wonder if maybe I shouldn't put them below that layer. I'll just do that. That'll work. Not sure. No, that's fine, that's fine. We're going to make it a little lighter. Just a little bit. And then, I do have... Technically this is shading, but... Well, maybe I should move it to a new layer. Edit, select, deselect. Yeah, these. Oh, hello there. Welcome in, Amanda. How are you doing? Where's that? Ah, that's perfect. I'm currently working on an art commission. There we go. One thing. Perfect. Sometimes it makes surprisingly smooth lines with very straight ones. Ah, adds me up for Twitch. There. Oh, why thank you so much for subscribing, Manda. It is very appreciated. Okay, that should be everything. Oh, no, wait. And I'm glad that you're doing well. What is happening there? I'm confused, but we're not going to worry about it. Okay. Oh, what? How did I... Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Why is it taking? Just the chains. Wonderful. And perfect. Yeah. How's the day been so far? No worries at all, Manda. Take care. It was nice seeing you. And where are we? Press chains. Oh. Chains specifically. Ah! And congratulations on the rank of new growth. Joker chains. That is, I'm holding my stylus the wrong way. I do that all the time for some reason. But anyway, clipping group, and we can do this. So I like that, but we're going to do it a bit more extreme, I think, as far as the colour difference. But smaller lines. Maybe I should have these a little more chocolate. Ah, I see. There we are. Oh, I do need to save the file every once in a while. That might help. There we go, and then airbrush, much smaller than that, thank you. Yeah, I think that carries a bit more of an implication of being, you know, made of metal. Gosh, let's also make one that's even lighter. Yeah, not the nicest metal I've found for sure, but I think it looks a little off about that one. Get this. Okay. Better, I think. Yeah. I realise now it seems like some of these are more like shinier than the others. Like this one in particular seems a lot brighter. But I think that's fine, because we'll just say, hey, the light is coming from here. It should be. This is on a stage. Okay, there's all that done. Save again. Now it's time to colour the arms. Where's the back arm? It's the back arm. Now sketchword. Perfect. Bucket. All image. Yes. And no, yeah, transparency. Oh, wait. Oh, I have an additional sketch there. Let's try to get rid of this. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, leave that one then. Okay. That can go as well. I know this still looks a little funner. And there's little I can do about that. Come on, let's see that. Okay, that should help a little, I hope. Well, that definitely ensures that I can see what I'm doing. Well, that's not going to help much. I guess we need this a little larger. Is the density? No, the density's all the way up. Okay. You know, it's not until you're trying to draw a human that you realise how funny looking they are. Bizarre creatures. That's fine. Like that. Sounds like no there. Yeah. Perfect. By the way, that, let's go ahead and have a little would you rather. That's a little thing that I have on my Twitch and YouTube streams typically. Would you rather have a terrible memory or absolutely no common sense? Ah, well, I already have the first one. And as much as that is annoying to deal with, I do feel like not having common sense would be worse. So I will keep my terrible memory. Thank you very much. Better to have terrible memory than be an idiot. Not that not having common sense necessarily makes you an idiot, but I don't know. Like, you'd have so many problems, even if I can't remember stuff specifically, I can still, make some wise choices. Or, like, do things to help make up for the fact that I have bad memory. Whereas if you have incredible memory and no common sense, you can't fix that. Like there's no way to get rid of that problem. There's no way to make up for lack of common sense with good memory, whereas you can do it the other way. Oh, I just put in the wrong command. I meant to type in play music, but as you can see, I'm not just terrible memory, but also... The more I look at this, the more bizarre that wrist looks. That does look marginally less bizarre. Not how that works, right? It just feels like it should go. Translate. Strokes? That? No, wait, that's the whole thing. Wait. Yeah, try that. That should help along with that. I'll probably have to adjust the arm a little bit, but I think that has helped. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Now the wrist is in a more reasonable location. Yeah, something like that. That's still... It's not quite correct, but it's something. Yeah, I don't like it, but I need to at some point accept the fact that I'm not terribly good at drawing people, and that now is not necessarily the time to fix that, because that is a thing that is fixed over a lot of time and a lot of practice, not finagling one particular image for countless hours. Now, thank goodness for this magenta. It helps very much for identifying what spots I've missed. Because otherwise I would be failing miserably at that. glad that I remembered that that actually is supposed to be the teeniest, tiniest little bit of background. Oh, hello there, Moon God. How are you doing together? I'm just working on a little bit of art, huh? And by a little bit of art, I mean a project that I've been working on / postponing for way too long. But yeah. How's the day treating you? Can I? Oh. Okay, I don't need to worry about that alignment. Perfect. Fantastic. Wait, hello, what's happening with? Much better. Think more of that is accurate. Yeah, something like that. Well, we have one arm colored in. I will need to remember to do the charm for this forward arm at some point. But first, there's the hair. Perfect. We'll start with the more complex things so that I can then essentially take a break with the much simpler arms of these fingers. I've definitely made these hands too small compared to the rest of the character, but it's slightly chibi-esque. It's probably a carryover from the amount of chibis that I do, honestly. I think the problem is I like so many different art styles, and so I want to be able to do all of the different art styles, and so I don't spend a terribly high amount of time in a particular one. Oh well. At least someday, when I have enough experience, I'll be good at a bunch of different things, alright? This is also not quite right. It's better than the other one. I'll give it that. It's not quite right. let us reduce the pressure. That's a little extreme, isn't it? More like that. Call that good. I will stop messing with the hands now. Okay. That's a 2:30 already. I've been at this for over an hour now. I need to be careful with this one, because it will actually be covering up the hair and the hair's line work. Oh, and this one also goes over the dress. Oh, hello there, Ghost Eliza. How are you doing? I'm currently working on a little bit of art project of my friend Bella. No, I said I would stop messing with them. That should include... Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. That was just a colouring issue. The line work is fine. Something wrong with the hair, though. Oh, it's wrong. Layer. What was I saying that was wrong with the hair? Oh yeah, that. Back to the arm. I have, at this point, almost the entire thing coloured. I just need to finish that charm, do Panda DJ, not the same DJ that commissioned this. Due to being, you know, not due to being a fictional panda. Supposedly a red panda, but except that it's purple. Fictional purple panda that is red. Wait, there's a red panda as the species, but yet it's purple. So is it? How do you refer to that? This is... that needs a little more pressure, I think. Yeah, there we go. Did I yeah, not that. No, I think. That. Perfect. Forward arm. That is. I also don't have the convenience of being careless with that line there, because this is the highest thing on our layer list. We'll go over everything, except of course it's that line work. Oops. Right. I think reasonably what I need to do is I need to take that and move it onto this line work there. Oh, hello there, Justin. How are you doing? Dress, there we go. Should select. I don't know, I just need to take one to take the whole thing. There we go. Perfect. Hello, hello, I'm doing quite well. Thank you for following. Just finishing up the colouring for this. I need to do, there's this arm, do the neck, a little counter draw here, and then the panda, and I should be done with the colouring of the main image. I do still, oh my goodness, thank you so much for the gay and for the refreshing water. Oh, and the stickers. Wonderful reminder to hydrate. Have you been hydrating, Justin? A little sleepy? Quite fair. If you're anywhere near my time zone, it is rather late. Absolutely, I've always finished this water bottle, actually. There we go. But is it close to bedtime where you are, or just a sleepy day? Okay, this is turning out much better than before I moved the slide work there. Looks like there's a little corner there where I missed a bit. A few pixels. There's that dress silver. Which is, yes, a slightly different colour from the arm, as proof. Different colour. Wait, hold on a sec. Why is the neck invisible? Wait, no, there's just nothing on the neck? I could have sworn. Okay, where's the... Oh, never mind. That's why it looks invisible. If I put it there. Perfect, wonderful. Oh, so I don't need to colour in the neck. That's taken care of. What I really need is the charm, which I'm going to move further up so that I can actually see it. Can't really see anything happening yet, but once I get it up here. There we go. Okay, drop it there. Drop the black. Okay, there's that, and then, what's it? A little bit. Bracelet. And then above that. Charm. And the charm is going to have Hell, maybe the charm should be another colour. Maybe make the charm itself silver. Maybe that's a little too small. Let's try that again. That and then. It's essentially perpendicular, yes, wonderful. Okay, but I'm going to need to make these thicker. Okay, thicker than that. Well, that looks odd. Overall, these make about 50. There we go. And that should also be... Wish there's a way to set pressure of the entire thing. Well, let's try increasing the weight. Not as much. There we go. Changing the colour of this might help me to see what's going on. Yeah, a little better. Okay, so I'm going to need to make this a little larger. Yeah, there we go. And edit, translate straight. Let's move the entire thing down just like that. Then weight on this we're going to lower a bit so that it looks... If it'll let me. There we go. I want to make it look a little more distinct. Okay, pressure. What's the pressure down here? 52, here, 50. Going to lower the pressure at the bottom. Suppose alternatively I could have, like, not have a notable loop there. Yeah, we might just do that. Just, delete. There we go. Okay, now back to the whole silver thing. That and that it will have a clipping group. Much lighter brush. Like that. And of course, at the moment, turning it, like, giving it white spots just makes it look like it's not there as much, but, will work better. Let's just, oh, wait. Oh, right, because it's actually like 8 currently. Today. Yeah, that's the one that doesn't change anything. I want the edges to look a little less. For them to look less blurry. Yeah, that should work. Plus a little bit of airbrush. So that we are going to make the charm a little bit lighter. Maybe. Yeah, that's lighter, not quite that extreme though. And there we are. Once it has a proper background, that will all look better. Okay, now we can get rid of that. Yeah. I never gave her eyebrows. Okay, where's the face? Oh, I don't have even a... Wait, now I must have a sketch somewhere that included eyebrows. Shall we? Maybe not. Okay, this sketch can go ahead and have eyebrows. I can't believe I forgot about eyebrows. Oh, what a bizarre oversight. There we go. Okay, and thanks. Wait, no. A little bit of adjustment. There we go. That's good start. And then that's not good. Look at that sort. Maybe I should portray the annoyance on her face. The annoyance of being drawn. doesn't include the mouth. Right, mouth is a different one. So, how do I show a little bit? Go on with it. Put another that in. Well, that does a little bit. I think we need a bit more. Okay, eyebrows need to be lowered a bit more. Face. I think what we'll do is we'll actually just grab that whole thing. Yeah, there we go. We'll need to adjust this one a bit more though. Because this one wasn't quite as well designed. Da-da. Oh, hello there! Welcome in, Secrets. How are you doing today? I'm just wrapping up a session of drawing. There's the face back. Set in eyebrows, the colour. Perfect. Why was 6 afraid of 7? 7, 8, 9. Then why was 10 afraid of what? What is it that 10 is afraid of? One, I think you've rather failed at properly telling that joke. Due to the inclusion of at the end of the sentence. And also, maybe not a joke to say to an absolute stranger. Yeah, I can agree with that. Why does this look odd? Yeah, the including the of makes that not really make a whole lot of sense. Because it should be, why was 10 afraid? What's happening there? Something looks off there. Just below the hair, right? It is. It's just making that very thick there. Ah, well. Not much to be done about that. It's a joke, it doesn't have to make sense, just laugh. That's not how jokes work. They do need to actually be... They need to make enough sense to be funny. You don't just laugh because something's a joke, you need to laugh because it's good. And it amuses you. I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to be good to amuse you, but it does have to amuse you. Hello there, the logo editor. Yes, Grape. I have been called Grape many times. And thus I decided to make a Grape avatar. you rather wear glasses or contact lenses? I would rather wear glasses because I am not terribly into the idea of poking at my eyes. Like, I know that they're safe, I just don't feel like I'd be able to do that well. What do you choose there, logo editor? There we go. That's shaping up nicely. I feel like there's another crack on this side of the face that I need to do there. But regardless, we've made some good progress. We have the dress, at least mostly finished. I think I do want to put some, like, pearls or something on this. That or maybe... maybe some kind of, like, lace structure to it. That doesn't really look good. We could do random lines, make it look like lace. There we go. But alternatively, I could give it pearls. I feel like... that's it. I'd do a few pearls. That's not how I'd do the pearls if I was actually making them. It's not bad at a distance. What if I did actually try to do, like, kind of a lace look? I'd probably make it a different colour. And by that I mean I'd probably turn it more purplish. What is that one? So blue. Oh, good heavens. It looks terribly blue. Yeah, maybe like something like that. That looks pretty good at a distance too. I think we'll do, the lace. Oh, well, thank you so much for subscribing. Much appreciated, lady. I'm afraid that it is about time for me to get headed off to bed, though. So, I'm going to have to call this stream here. Thank you all, everyone, so much for coming. Ah, there's the alert. I will see you all another time, I hope. As always, take care of yourself, stay hydrated, get food, and rest if you need it, and I do hope that you can tune in another time. Take care. Bye-bye.